Caring about what other people think is a sign of insecurity and lack of self love. Because if you weren't insecure and didn't lack self love, you would actually do the thing that you've been meaning to do, but keep putting off for the simple fact that you care so much about what other people think and might say about you. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people actually struggle with this, including myself. I still struggle with this to this day, but I'm going to give you guys a quick example of how I struggle with this to this day and how to actually improve that, because the good thing is there's actually a solution to this. Now, here's a quick example of how I actually struggle with this currently right now, right? With the making of this video, right? I actually had so many different thoughts when it was time to make this video. I'm like, damn, what if people start thinking, damn, he's talking to a phone, he looks like he's talking to himself? All those different thoughts was coming into my head. But the reason and the way I combat that, right, I just simply started recording, because all those thoughts were actually just in my head, right? I was creating those thoughts, right, to actually prevent me from going through with the actions that I wanted to go through, right? To actually do the stuff that I wanted to do. And so sometimes we end up being our own worst enemy. And that happens more often than you think, right? Think of it like this, right? When was the last time you actually talked yourself out of doing something that you really wanted to do? Like, you know, you're supposed to do it, you know you want to do it, but for whatever reason, you start thinking about reasons why not to do it. And guess what? Before you know it, you actually convince yourself not to do it. And that happens a lot, right? And so for me, that's what was happening today. But like I said, I just decided, let's make the video anyways. And that's why you guys are going to watch this video a little later on. So that's a quick example, right? But now, how do we solve this? Now, the easiest way to solve this is by doing things that challenge you and accomplish things that require building good habits. And one of the easiest ways to build good habits is, well, for me, what I did was I actually got in the best shape possible. I noticed that once I got in the best shape possible, right? I noticed that, damn, I'm actually very confident in myself, because that took a lot out of me, right? That actually took a lot out of me. And once you start to do those things, right, you start to accomplish so many things that require good habits, you're like, damn, okay, I wonder what else I could do. You start to have this confidence that's like so unmatched, where you feel like you could do anything. And the truth is, you actually can, right? As long as you don't care so much about what other people might say, right? And so I realized that getting in the best shape possible really changed everything for me, because now I'm able to go outside by myself. I'm able to record content without caring about what other people might say. They see me recording a video. Okay, so what? What are they gonna say to me? It doesn't matter. Their opinions does not matter to me, right? I started building better habits, because in order to get in good shape, you know that you're gonna need discipline, you're gonna need consistency. So you're showing up consistently, no matter how you feel on a daily basis, you're showing up anyways. And guess what that's gonna do for your confidence? It's gonna rise, because you're like, damn, I really showed up today, even though I did not feel like it, but you showed up anyways. And then in a matter of months or years, you start to see progress. You start to actually see the results of your dedication, of your hard work. And that, again, improves your confidence. And so, the reason why I'm making this video is to help you guys understand that, look, you can't go through your whole life caring about what other people might think about you or might say about you. Because here's actually the harsh reality: those people are not even actually thinking about you, right? And let's go back to the example of me making this video, setting up my tripod, and actually doing the recording. I had all those thoughts like, damn, what if they're thinking, oh, damn, he's recording a video. He looks like he's talking to himself. But the truth is, I promise you, they don't give a fuck about me, right? Like, and it sounds harsh, but it's the reality. Those people do not give a fuck about me. And so, why am I in my head so much thinking like, damn, okay, what are they thinking about me? And, all sorts of thinking, right? When they literally are not even thinking about me. They got their own shit to worry about, and they're focused on them. And so, once you start making that shift, right, and start thinking like that, I believe that can actually change everything for you, because you just need to realize that people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Maybe deep down you just want them to think about you, right? Maybe you want them to think about you, but the truth is they're not thinking about you at all. And so once you actually realize that, you can actually, you know, Stop caring about what people might think or will say about you. And the problem with caring about what other people might say about you or think about you is it really holds you back from ever really doing anything or accomplishing anything, right? Because let's say, for example, you're somebody that thinks so hard about what people might say when you start to work out, right? Because when you start to work out, you need to, be on a, clean diet, I guess you can say, and, go out to the gym consistently, right? And I'll give you guys a quick example relating to me. When I first started working out, I used to have friends that would make fun of me for actually taking care of my health. Can you imagine that? People making fun of you for actually taking care of your health. They'd be like, damn, this guy think he's the Hulk. It's like, no, I don't think I'm the Hulk. I'm just taking care of my health. I'm lifting weights because I want to be stronger. I want to build muscles and I want to look better. But they'll have their opinions. But here's the thing, you can't care about their opinions, right? Because I promise you, if I cared about those people's opinions, I would never be where I am today. I would never have the physique that I have today. And guess what? Those same people that used to actually try to clown me, they're in my DMs on Instagram asking me for fitness advice to help them get in shape. And so it's really crazy how the tables have turned. It's like, okay, they used to make fun of me for taking my health serious, right? Eating clean, working out, exercising, consistently. But now, years later, they're asking me for help, right? It's like, how'd you do it, bro? Give me some advice, bro. It's like, dude, wasn't you just making fun of me a few years back for actually taking this serious? But now you want to take it serious because you're realizing the importance and significance of that. And so that's why I'm saying you can't care about what other people might think about you or will say about you because then you'll never accomplish anything, right? You'll never really get anything done because you'll always be in your head like, damn, okay, what are they thinking? What are they saying? But you can't care about what they're saying because what they're saying is not important. You have to know what your goals are and then go after it. They're gonna judge you, right? But here's a way to actually tackle that, right? A lot of these people, all of these people, are gonna actually be dead one day. And so, do you want to live your life, right? Never accomplishing the thing that you wanted to do for the simple fact that you cared so much about what other people think, right? Or what other people might say. And then they're all gonna die one day. So you realize it all never even fucking mattered. But yet you cared so much about what an individual who's gonna be gone off the face of the earth has to say about you, and you're gonna let that stop you from ever accomplishing anything in your life. I think that's silly. I think that's actually silly. And so if you really want to accomplish anything in your life, you have to put those feelings aside. Like, stop. You're not that important. People are not, because one, people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. And for and two, for those that are probably judging you or saying stuff about you, it does not fucking matter. Because you have to be able to look at it like this, right? Are those people in a place that you want to be? Are they doing anything with their life that you want to be? Would you want to be like them? If the answer is no, then why do you care about what they have to say? They have not accomplished anything. So why do you care what somebody who hasn't accomplished anything has to say about you, what thinks about you? You know? That's really all it comes down to. You have to be able to ask yourself those questions and, answer those questions like, okay, damn. Yeah, sure, maybe this person is talking about you, but is it really important because they haven't really accomplished anything? So it's like, what's the point of really taking their criticism so serious? And so you have to be able to think about that and come to terms that, listen, if you care about what other people think, one, it shows insecurity, and two, it shows lack of self love. But three, you got to remember, it's not even important, right? You're giving them way too much significance in your life. It is your life. You are in charge. You are actually in charge. Isn't that crazy? You're in charge of your life. And so, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to waste it thinking about what other people might say about you, will think about you? Or are you going to, go out there and do what you want to do? As long as you're doing what you want to do, I think you're fine, And so, but again, it's your life. Some people live their whole life worrying about what other people might think about them or say about them, and they never accomplish anything as a result. And it's sad. It's sad to see. But me personally, I will never let other people's opinions affect me to the point that I never do what I truly wanted to do, right? Of course, we're human at the end of the day. Sometimes we might think about what somebody says yeah, maybe for a second or a split second, I'll give you that. Cool, that's fine. But to actually affect your life to the point that you actually ended up doing nothing, right? You ended up not even taking chances. You ended up not trying anything because you were so afraid of what people might say. It's like, damn, that's a sad life, you know? And so if you got anything from this video, just remember, do not let people's opinions of you or what you think they might be saying of you stop you from ever accomplishing anything in life, right? Do not overthink too much. Okay. That is my message for you guys today. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to drop a comment below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, stay tuned for more videos like this. And this was my first video of doing the video actually standing. I'm not sure how the angles will turn out, but I hope it turns out fine. But hope you find this helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back. I'll see you. Peace.